Indigenous women on the warpath, preparing to launch their candidacies for the general elections. Among them, Sonia Guajajara, who stepped down as Brazil's first Indigenous Affairs Minister to run for Congress in October. And she's not alone. A growing number of Indigenous leaders are entering politics.
We've always defended our rights as an indigenous movement, but now we're also fighting to occupy our own space in Brazilian political institutions by electing our own candidates.
The first round of general elections will be held in October. Left-wing President Luiz Inacio Lula da Silva is running for a fourth term. When he took office, he promised to protect indigenous rights. 94-year-old tribal leader Raoni, who walked beside Lula during his inauguration ceremony, also made an appearance at the gathering, arriving in a wheelchair. He urged young voters to unite and choose candidates who represent their causes. Polls suggest Lula is neck and neck with right-wing candidate Flavio Bolsonaro, a senator and son of former President Jair Bolsonaro. Raoni says he's urging the 6,000 indigenous activists who have converged here in the capital to defend their rights and support Lula again. As well as the president, governors, and mayors, Brazilians will also be voting for federal, state, and municipal representatives.
Indigenous leaders at this campout have been telling us that the greatest threat they face comes from Brazil's conservative-led Congress. In recent years, it has pushed for legislation limiting land demarcation and weakening protections for their territories.
Tribal leader Alessandra Munduruku has also fought illegal gold mining in her people's territory. Now she says she will run for Congress to stop legislation from being passed. Indigenous candidates running for state and city legislatures cite the same motivation.
We have been historically left on the outside when politicians discuss issues that matter to us, like land demarcation and indigenous education and healthcare. That's why political representation matters so much.
For many here, the fight for indigenous rights is no longer just on the ground. It is moving into the halls of power. Monica Yanakiew, Al Jazeera, Brasilia.